Ladies and gentlemen, day one of week 2 Patriots OTAs are officially in the books, and obviously, as you can tell, STEFON DIGGS was here at practice, ready to go, taking part of some activities here and there. And in this video, we're going to pretty much break down everything you need to know, from the standouts, the news, the notes, the highlights, everything. We got you guys covered. Now, before we dive into a bunch of this video, I do want to ask one favor, and I want to start this video off like I always do, and I want to give credit where it is due, and that is with all the Patriots beat reporters out there who work so hard getting these highlights, these footage, clips for us every single practice. Go give them a follow. You will not regret it. And with that being said, let's dive into day one of week 2 OTAs, just a week away from mandatory minicamp. Things are going to pick up very fast. Now, quick piece of news here as you watch Mike Grable walk up to the practice field. This will be the last practice open to the media before they head over to mandatory minicamp. Now, early on in today's practice, we kind of saw most of period 3 be utilized by STEFON DIGGS and wide receiver coach Todd Downing working with Jalen Polk. Now, obviously, as a former high-round pick, day 2 pick of this New England Patriots team, they expect him to continue to develop. Right now, it wasn't the same coaching staff that brought him in, but they still understand that this dude has talent. And he just has to reach that potential. So you see STEFON DIGGS kind of taking a mentor role here, trying to help, further develop Jalen Polk. Now, I thought this was major. You need STEFON DIGGS to not only be here and be that alpha wide receiver for Drake Maye, but you also need him to want to help some of these younger guys get better. And it all starts with Jalen Polk and guys like Kyle Williams and Javon Baker. So this could be huge. All right, here's another rep of STEFON DIGGS and Kayshon Boutte going through a very similar drill. Look how quick STEFON DIGGS looks, man. The route running is unbelievable, and you can see he's keeping up with Kayshon Boutte, if not catching him, right? I mean, that is insane. The dude's got some really good pace, and for a year off of tearing his ACL, not even a year, not even close to a year. I mean, this dude is looking really good so far. Now, I did hear the majority of practice he spent, and we just saw it, right, coaching up Jalen Polk, which was amazing. He's really trying to help some of these other guys grow before he gets fully implemented into practice. Absent from Monday's OTAs was Carlton Davis. He's probably going to be a day 1 starter. Marcus Jones was not here as well. Tyrese Robinson and Kendrick Bourne. Matt Collins was here, but he did not participate in today's practice. So obviously, with today being the first day STEFON DIGGS was at practice, we got to see a lot of the media members really focus on STEFON DIGGS and Drake Maye, that connection. Now, in a second, I'm going to go over some 11-on-11, 7-on-7 from today's practice. Guys, the offense was insane. Drake Maye was insane, right? Joshua Dobbs was really good. The offense looked great. Okay, we're going to break that down in just a second. Alright, so as we watch some more STEFON DIGGS and a little bit of an activity with Jalen Polk as they get back healthy, I do want to break down how practice went, and this is where things get a little bit crazy for the offense. Drake Maye today was 14 of 16 with only 2 incompletions. From there, Joshua Dobbs was also 11 of 13 with only 2 incompletions. And Ben Wooldridge was 4 of 8. He did have an interception, but it was a really good day for the quarterbacks. And Drake Maye and Dobbs did have some balls that got deflected, but ended up falling into the receiver's hands, but ultimately looked really good. It did also seem like they had 3 what would have been sacks, so you could probably put that into it as well. STEFON DIGGS was limited today, pretty much is on the side, not working in 11-on-11s. And then rookie wide receiver Efton Chisholm was amazing. Caught 7 balls, including 1 from Drake Maye, and had a lot of snaps with Drake Maye in the first team offense. He's someone that they're claiming is just always open. Now, we did hear that Ramondre Stevenson will still be heavily involved in this year's offense. People were saying that he will still get maybe 8 to 10 carries a game. That is until Travion Henderson, takes over the backfield. I do think at one point that will happen. But with that being said, before we get any further into today's practice, still a lot of notes from 11-on-11. don't worry, we got you guys covered. Do me a big time favor, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already done so. It is, so important. It helps me out so much. But most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you are new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to join the family. And we will be covering the Patriots through everything you guys need to know. What does that include? You may be asking. Okay. OTAs. We got 1 week of OTAs. This will be the last day covered by the media, right? But we will be posting more videos over the next week or so covering OTAs. Next week, we get into mandatory minicamp. Now, I believe that the media is open to every single practice. I may be wrong about that, but we will be covering mandatory minicamp. They'll take about a month off from this, and then they'll get into training camp. We're going to cover everything from there. You got preseason, you got regular season. We're going to be breaking down some film from the games. We got you guys covered. Make sure you guys are joining the family if you haven't already done so. And with that being said, let's kind of dive back into the video and break down some more things that happened during 11-on-11s. All right, so to finish off this video, let's go over some last look details from 11-on-11s. MAYE, like I said, was 14 of 16 according to Doug Kide. One of his incompletions was a throwaway. Another one was broken up by safety Jalen Hawkins, who has done a really good job this year kind of cementing himself into a rotation in that secondary. Joshua Dobbs, like I said, was 11 of 13. And then the rookie, Woolridge, was 4 of 8 with an interception. MAYE and Dobbs, like I said before, had a couple of completions that they got lucky on. One was a pass that was tipped by Christian Gonzalez, but still caught by Demario Douglas. And then there was a pass from Dobbs that was caught by John Giles after being batted down at the line of scrimmage by Joshua Farmer, the guy that they are very high on that interior of the defensive line. We talked a little bit about Efton Chisholm. Seems like he is a cheat code for quarterbacks. Played with every single quarterback, but played a lot of reps with Drake Maye as well. Had 7 passes caught on 7 targets with all 3 quarterbacks. Was really good. Shalani Tavai appeared to have suffered a leg injury during team drills. He stayed down on the turf for a few minutes before, had to be helped off. So that is something that we're gonna have to continue to monitor. Jabril Peppers came out and helped him off the field. There was the teammates kneeled down around Tavai while he was down, so don't really know the severity of the injury of that, but we're going to have to keep that in mind going forward. What else? Travion Williams, Anthony Jennings were not at practice today. Limited players were Jalen Polk, as you see here, STEFON DIGGS, Mike Onwenu, Jared Wilson, Verdarian Lowe, and tight end Austin Hooper. But ultimately, today was a very good day for the New England Patriots and some of these wide receivers and, offensive linemen, quarterbacks. These guys did a great job. I want to see more from, guys like Kyle Williams. But, man, Efton Chisholm could be really good. Ramondre's back here getting a lot of, burn with the first team offense. Kashawn Butte had one of the best catches of the day. Great throw by Drake Maye, but ultimately, great one, man. A great one. So, let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the part 2 probably tomorrow. Peace.